On you guys. So today I'm bringing guys a brand new sports cards video. In today's video I will be breaking down some of the best soccer investments right now. This is an exciting day because it is our first soccer video on the channel. Really hyped to kind of get into this market, learn a lot more about soccer cards in general, and hopefully be able to make some money in the soccer card market, because to be very honest, soccer, in my opinion, I see the most opportunity long term in the soccer market just because of sports cards growing globally. And soccer is the most international sport, the most popular sport worldwide, so you bet there's a lot of opportunities. So the first investment I'm going to be talking about is a little bit more of a higher end investment for most people, I assume, and that's going to be some Cristiano Ronaldo autos. So I believe these in general to be one of the most undervalued cards in the market. I think soccer high-end autos is an untouched market, and that's where I've personally made the most money in the past, finding untouched markets before they become popular and mainstream. I personally don't understand why you can get a patch auto of Ronaldo, considering how rare they are, how little Ronaldo signs compared to, for example, some NBA stars. Ronaldo signs a lot less than most superstars, and Ronaldo's honestly one of the most popular people in the world. To be frank, he has the most Instagram followers, and he is just overall, the demand, if the demand comes to soccer autos, which I believe it eventually will as the market continues to mature, I think that the supply will just not be able to keep up. Considering Ronaldo's probably one of the most popular players in the world, one of the most popular people in the world, I don't understand how a low pop, for example, a Pop 1 2020 Mosaic Prizm auto of Ronaldo, I don't understand how the demand hasn't pushed the prices higher than they are right now. I think it's overall because we have a scared market. Right now, a lot of money is being kind of, turned away from the sports card market, but I believe that will eventually change. And I think people are going to eventually see a lot of opportunity in this market. So that goes the same, with Lionel Messi Prizm autos, all of these low pop, cards of players with such high demand. If you look at Ronaldo and Messi's rookie cards, they're going for insane amounts. And their autos are just, the market hasn't really picked up on them. And considering World Cup is one of the most, Prizm World Cup, for example, this is one of the most sought after soccer sets, and you can get an auto of Messi for, not too expensive compared to, some of the best basketball autos, for example. A high-end Michael Jordan or a high-end LeBron exquisite auto, would be going for upwards of $200,000-$300,000. And a Ronaldo, National Treasures top of the line auto, this is personally I believe this to be one of his best autos. I'm going to go ahead and find the sold listing. I believe this to be one of his best autos, and it's going for such a small fraction of guys like Kobe, Michael Jordan, LeBron. And I believe that eventually is going to change. And I think this, honestly, these cards, in my personal opinion, have the opportunity to break $50,000, $60,000. I know I may be called crazy right now, but I was able to predict the basketball auto market boom before it happened. And I was able to get in on a lot of those, and I see the same happening with soccer. I'm not sure exactly when it's going to happen, but when it does, there's going to be a ton of people who make a ton of money, and the pops are so low, once demand comes, prices can take off and shoot. But without further ado, we are going to go ahead and hop right into our next picks. So we got Lionel Messi's 2014 Prizm World Cup. So in a PSA 10, these have dipped from around $1,000, just a few weeks ago to around $500, maybe a little bit less than $500, $430 right now. 2014 Prizm, of course, is the first soccer Prizm ever made, given that Prizm is truly kind of owning the market in some cases. I think that Prizm in general is going to keep its popularity, and I think that, this is going to be a very iconic set. If you look at it, you can kind of compare it to 2012 Prizm basketball, and the GOATs of 2012 Prizm basketball are very expensive, and prices are very down right now. I think this to be I believe that Lionel Messi and Ronaldo's 2014 World Cup Prizms are very, very undervalued and are great buys right now. And in fact, 2022 World Cup is approaching, and I think that could be another stimulant that kind of, increases demand in general for World Cup Prizm, cards. So I believe Ronaldo and Messi both to be a very good buy for 2014 World Cup. Besides, the populations are not crazy when you think of it in basketball terms or in just the popularity of soccer. I think that, the supply is not a bad, I believe that the supply numbers are going to work out, essentially. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into our next pick. We got Kylian Mbappe's 2018 World Cup Prizm. So, of course, he is one of, he'll be firstly playing in the Euros, and if France wins, I think that his cards are going to greatly benefit. I definitely believe that his cards are going to greatly benefit if France wins, and he's just one of the best young stars out there. 2018 was the World Cup tournament that he did win. And in fact, stickers, in general, I think, not only World Cup Prizm, but I believe that his World Cup sticker also has great opportunities. Just because the population, is a lot lower, I believe that makes it have a little higher ceiling, in my opinion, compared to the Prizm, and especially given where prices are right now, I can see this card really taking off, given also that stickers were really the original, kind of soccer craze was around stickers. Stickers are really like the OG soccer cards, and I think that's going to play out long term. They're going to hold their cultural relevance, and Mbappe's one of the best young stars out there. His sticker has a low population. As soon as demand really focuses in on the stickers, as soon as people really wake up and understand what's happening, I think that this card has great long term, I would say long-term opportunity, but also just from grading it is another kind of standpoint that I'm really looking at right now. To be very honest, I haven't done exact kind of data on how things would work out when you grade these, but from the basic research I have done, I believe that grading these at their current price is a very safe bet. Just because, even the PSA 6s and 7s are holding up above the price of the raw cards. And whenever I see that, that's just great opportunity. I mean, considering it CSG 10, would go for above $200. They're a quite easy grading company compared to PSA. A lot of these others, if you get a PSA 6 and you can make your money back in some cases, that is definitely a great opportunity. If you're making money, if you grade a PSA 7 or a PSA 8, maybe not. So it really depends, but I would say in general, this is a very good buy, both ungraded and graded, considering the low pops. But thank you guys so much for watching our first soccer video. If you guys would like to join in on our soccer program that has been killing it recently, go ahead, click the link down below to sportscardsinvest.com. There's a lot of money to be made with our soccer picks, and like I said, if you guys want in-depth analysis, the first opportunity to see our picks before we put them out to YouTube, go ahead, click the link down below. But without further ado, I'm out. Peace.